Carolina takes a 3-1 lead over the Washington Capitals, defeating them 5-2. And I'm sitting here singing, Sweet Carolina. You know the rest. Ba, ba, ba. I can't sing, but I sure can talk hockey, so let's talk hockey. The Carolina Hurricanes have proven in this series, at least to me, even if they lose this series, that speed kills, hard work trumps all, and cardio matters. That is the Carolina Hurricanes. Puckhounds, dogs on bone, doing the right things, repeatedly taking over pucks, putting pucks on net, and making sure you're in good team position. I talked about it in the last video to all the new Caniacs that joined us. Welcome aboard. You guys are quickly becoming one of the larger fan bases on this channel, so happy to have you. We were talking last time about how they are all carved out of the same stone as Rod Brind'Amour. As this series continues, Washington, although a very skilled team, I actually rank them as my number 2 team in terms of strength and power in my power rankings coming in here, are being defeated by my number 8 ranking, which is the Carolina Hurricanes. And Carolina was simply ranked that low because they don't translate a lot of their shots into goals, but it's starting to happen. The second reason they were ranked low is they don't have a bona fide superstar, but guys like Svechnikov, Jarvis, and the rest are elevating themselves. And Jarvis may be that guy one day. He's not quite there yet. He's not a Mikko Rantanen with the Dallas Stars or a McKinnon with the Avalanche yet, but he may very well get there. In the meantime, though, the team does it off the penalty kill. The team does it off the forecheck. The team does it in the offensive zone. And the fact that Washington, with the greatest goal scorer in NHL history, has only been able to get 1 out of 5 on the power play today, that means Carolina has taken away their biggest weapon, which is the Great 8, which somebody commented, it sounded like I was saying, the Great Ape. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nope, the Great 8. Number 8. Just the Canadian accent coming through. Thanks. Not self-conscious about that at all. Goal 1 comes early in the game from Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere is controlling the puck up here at the point. Carolina is near the end of a shift, and this is so unique because, I mean, take a look at it. He's going to leave to change. Like, he's gonzo. This is actually going to be played as a 4-on-5 for Carolina. It took me a little while to actually process why I kept only seeing 4 because I missed him leaving. And at this point in time, Washington is completely disarrayed in their D zone. The game is 7-7 in terms of shots. There's opportunities, but I don't know what's going on here. I mean, you got 5 players in the D zone and nobody is checking anybody. One guy should be to the point. One guy's got to be out here puck supporting. There's a battle going on in front of the net. You're doing your right thing. Somebody's got to come over here. When the puck's at the top, you're looking for a D zone that has kind of a box plus 1 feel to it. So there's your 1, 2, and then you're going to have 2 guys kind of in front of the net, maybe a third guy over here. It doesn't really matter because this is just bananas right now, and Gostisbehere just torches them. He's walking the line, and people have asked me before, why don't you just heavy pressure here? Well, you never heavy pressure when you see chest. When you see chest and eyes, it's too easy for them to go left or right. NHL players are too good. What you're trying to do is take away this gap slowly until you have the opportunity to cause a puck fumble or they turn and give you their back, in which case you're going to pressure. It doesn't happen. Gostisbehere fakes even me here. He fakes this pass, and it's just beautiful skating by Shayne Gostisbehere, and he walks the line instead of moving it down to the left, which I think just absolutely threw the Capitals into disarray. And now what you're going to do is what's called an offensive zone switch. So you just switch 1 and 2. There's no problem with this. And you're going to fake the drop pass, which you're obviously not going to do. And he just sneaks one in. I mean, this is a high level hockey play. You think this is just throwing on net? No way. He has changed the angle of the goalie and he's well aware of it. He's well aware of the screen he has in front of the net as well too. People will say this is just throwing crap on net and seeing what works. I disagree. Really nice shot. Beautiful seeing eye shot, and as he shoots it, Logan Thompson commits back to the middle of the ice, because frankly, that's where I would commit, and Gostisbehere beats him on the short side. And to me, that's really just a slick Rick kind of goal. Woo! In the name of the man. Also from North Carolina, the 16-time jet flying, limousine riding, wheeling dealing, kiss stealing, son of a gun, Shayne Gostisbehere. Of course, who else would I be talking about from Carolina? In Flair country, we talk about the Hurricanes. And the Hurricanes have taken a hold of this series here, and this is where the dam breaks in the game for the Washington Capitals. Goals like this are going to happen. They're tough. but it's going to be followed up by a goal by Seth Jarvis. But before we break that down, fam, take a look at the screen. I got a new mascot that's come up. I'd love you to give me a couple questions here. I have 10 names for them. They're on the screen right now. Add any name you want to the list down below in the comments. There is no popularity contest here. If the name is cool, it's going to take some name off this list, and you're going to go ahead and get your own name on it. We're going to vote for it in the Stanley Cup Finals, possibly when the Carolina Hurricanes are playing. So right now, Oscar, Rocky, and Rocco are the top 3 in terms of people suggesting names. If you have a different name and you think you can knock one of these guys out of the list, go for it, because I'm going to pick my favorite 3. This list is in no particular order. The bottom one, Flight Risk, I think that's hilarious. So you let me know. I also got some sweet merch on the way. I want you to know. I don't want you to know. No, I want to know from you. That's what I want to know. If you'd be interested in any HGS merch with the new mascot on it. So I've got an amazing t-shirt here by a company in Winnipeg known as Strength Culture. Go check them out. They're phenomenal. They make very high quality clothing. Do you like this? Would you wear it? Is this something you would be interested in getting to support Coach Ryan D? It's not available yet. This is just a poll question. It'll be down below in the comments. But in the meantime, hit like and subscribe. You're already down there commenting, which is helping the algorithm. You're watching, which is awesome. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join all the new Caniacs here. And hit that like button. It goes a long way to really help share the video. You guys rock. And if you truly love what you're seeing, if you think you're getting value that is above and beyond, I also have a link called buymecoffee.com down below. You can go ahead and leave a tip if you want. I take no sponsorship on this channel. There's no advertisements. It goes a long way. Everything gets reinvested back to you. Goal number 2, we're playing in slow motion. Like, what is going on here? Zone entry by Washington. Chatfield gets beat. I don't know what this move is. Like, I have no clue. We're trying to open it up. We trip, we move, we fall. Great defense by Carolina. What I was just talking about the other end with Washington, you need to have 2-on-1 on pucks. So Chatfield's the 1, puck support is number 2. We're covered in the back end. We're good to leave. As soon as that puck is taken over, we flip it to the middle of the ice. And guys, I'm really sorry I can't show full clips. It's got to be screen shares. It's the NHL. They just don't want us to do it. Picks it up to one of the fastest guys on the team in Jarvie, and he moves it. And once again, this is slow motion. I haven't slowed this down at all. They are moving so slow, and the gap from the Washington Capitals here is so bad. So bad. And I like Washington. I'm not a homer here for Carolina, guys. This is just the truth. It is what it is. You cut across the middle of the ice here. You look up. Jarvis opens up. You just leave a really nice shot. Thompson should have it. It's on the top of the net. Unfortunate bounce. Jarvis does what Carolina Hurricanes do, go to the net, and he buries it. For me, moments like this, when I see Aho and Jarvis playing at 60% speed and the puck goes in, I go, uh-oh. This series is being busted wide open, so Washington better hope after this game they can get some home crowd mojo going, mojo rising, because this wasn't it. But for Carolina, this was it. Fantastic. Chychrun, Dubois, Roy, however you want to say it. Oh, being Canadian is so fun. Carolina loses on a back check into their own zone by the forecheck from Washington. Very rare. Pierre-Luc Dubois, absolute unit of a man. Good battle. Takes that puck out, throws it to the top, but the puck hounds of Carolina are on it. They turn it over here at this moment in time. They have numbers again. This should be an easy exit of the zone, but they just get beat by the physicality of Washington, and they do something rare. They cough it up in their own wall. It's not that they weren't skating. They just got beat. Washington then catches Carolina at their own game. Carolina's now in the transition as Washington is moving it forward. And then I really like what I'm seeing here. You wait, guys are going to drive the net, and this is all about causing confusion. You sneak behind the defenseman. Now you have a one-on-one. You guys have heard me say it. This game is about creating 2-on-1s. That is what we are looking to do here. So we pivot open, we present our stick, and then what we do by pivoting towards the net here is we bait this defender in with us. He has to come with us. So one has to play one. Somebody has to come over here. They're not going to do it. And that's going to go ahead and open up the passing lane here that causes all kinds of trouble for the Carolina defense. You get 2 people down low, reaching, no good, sliding, no good. Everybody leaves him alone, and Chychrun puts it in the back of the net. Carolina gets a tune-up on the bench, likely from Rod the Bod, and Walker doesn't play around in this play. He beats Eller back for the puck, which is critical. This is Carolina Hurricanes hockey. And he moves that puck up the strong side with a really good rim here. And now Carolina is prepared to exit the zone. So for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, here is your F1, here is your F2, and here is your F3. And they are all going to leave the zone as a group. Except the reality of that matter is one of those isn't a forward. It's a defenseman behaving like a forward. And it's an unbelievable breakout pass to Taylor Hall, who is snuck behind everybody. You leave the former first overall draft pick alone, and he is going to put it in the back of the net. Look how far Logan Thompson is out in the net. And I love this shot. I love where guys shoot. This is where you want to shoot. If you're not going to shoot for ears, you want to shoot right here above the pad, put it in, buries it short side. And Logan Thompson really has been a revelation for Washington. He has stolen so many games. He did not play bad in this game at all, but he didn't steal it, which is why I think the game ran away from Washington. One of the 5 power plays here tonight, the Great 8 is going to take a shot. Now, they've collapsed down what I think is a little bit too low here. I think you want to widen and lengthen this a bit. It's a 2-man advantage, though, so you know what? I'm actually going to take that one back. I'm going to take it back. I would expect to see more of a box plus 1 in a 2-man, which is probably why I'm thrown off a little bit from this play. I would expect to see your players positioned like this as opposed to the 1-3-1 or the overload that we're seeing. We'll see if they end up getting back into that for the goal. They lend it over to Ovechkin, but the reason you don't want to play a 1-3-1 or an umbrella in this is it's too easy for the 3 guys. You have 2 players. They're going to work almost like a pulley system. This guy is going to bump over to here. You're going to bump over to here, and he ends up bumping up. It's just a 3-man pulley system to get in front of these shots, and you give up down low. You're always going to give up 2 shots down low, but there's Slavin going down, blocking it. Whatever. It's an Ovechkin blast. He's fine. That puck moves out to the corner here. From the corner, they're going to put it back up to the top, and now what I would expect to see a little more here is a little more pressure up here on the top. That's just me. No matter what you do at a 5-on-3, you are heavily disadvantaged at this point. They move in, they go down low. That brings the defenders down to the other side. And then take a look at what happens. I'm no real dummy at this. Like, I'm not bad. You're going to get into a box at the top. This is why I said when you have 4 players and 1 in the middle, it's just more effective as a 5-on-3. In my humble opinion, there's a lot of arguments from great coaches out there that will tell you the rest. But you get along this line, the line that I'm showing right here. On a 5-on-3, this is where you want to be. And the reason is there's this imaginary road we draw down the line that you can see here. It's called the Royal Road. Anytime a puck crosses that line, it is brutal and incredibly hard for a goalie to make a save. So they get into kind of the box situation that you want to, and I think you get a better angle of attack. I like this angle of attack that is flat as opposed to the more 45 degree that we saw on the first shot. Ovi's going to dial in that sniper scope of his and bang, puts it in the back of the net, doesn't miss, bar down, short side. And it's at this point in time, I think, well, maybe Washington is going to rally, and they really need to rally right now. The veteran team needs to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. It's 3-2. You got Ovi going on the power play, but it's going to be Sean Walker and Taylor Hall to take advantage of this. This is really simple. When you're pressing and you're down a goal, it's in the third, you need to press. Sometimes you get caught, and that's all that happened to Washington. And the speed of Carolina is just going to torch you in this moment. Hall almost loses the puck, reaches back, picks it up because, again, he's a former 101. This guy's no joke. Moves it over to Walker. And you know what I love about this? Most guys are looking to pass here, and they overpass. They get worried about it. And this is a bad line to pass on. You never want to pass when you guys are all vertical. Like, unless you have a defenseman coming in here, my play would be to buy ice and wait for help. Or my second play would be to push hard to the net for a short side jam. Here's the deal, though. And I'm sorry I said in the last video to the Caniacs, I said Svechnikov was a left-handed shot. I meant to say Svechnikov has his right hand on the top of the stick, but it was a late night, and sometimes I'm dumb. Walker is a right shot, so he steps in, he waits, and just that little play that you see, like, I want you to watch. We talked about hydroplaning and angle changes here. This is so critical, these little things that players do. Right now, your feet are pointed towards the net and your stick is pointed towards the goalie. No matter what, the goalie has to believe this is going to be a shot. But you're going to turn your blade in here and you're actually going to take your right foot and you're going to jump into the turn. That's going to cause something fun here. See? Right foot drags, you push out on your left leg. You're on your inside edge right now. For those of you that didn't know, there's two edges, an outside and an inside. Your skate looks like a U. It's not a knife blade. And he ends up pushing in on that left side, and that allows him to change direction just enough. And this is like some Austin Matthews stuff. When you change direction, micro bits like this, you're changing angles just enough to mess with goalies. You step in and you fire that puck because Logan Thompson has to move just slightly more to the middle of the net, and you have just enough room to beat him on the short side. Now, I don't know if he's thinking all of this through when he's playing. He's just playing. These are natural instincts. He's grown up on the ice. He's lived around it his entire life, so he understands how to skate. He knows how to pivot. But it's beautiful. It's like watching a running back in the NFL who knows how to juke properly, who knows how to stop, who knows how to wait at a line, who knows how to change direction like that in any sport. You can just do it faster, quicker, and with more chutzpah in hockey because it's just simply the fastest game on the planet. Hey, skate blades and skates, they're not fair. They're never going to beat a man. They're always going to beat a man running. They're never going to beat a man running. Yikes. That's almost like the left-handed shot from Svechnikov there. Caniacs, Capital fans, let me know down below in the comments. What do you think is going to happen in the next game? Do you think they're going to go back to Washington and that home crowd's going to fire Ovechkin and everybody up and we're going to go 3-2? Or do we think we're walking out in 5? Can't wait to hear your thoughts and opinions. I will see you for game 5. Let me know what you think about the shirt.